Guys, it's me again, Natasha from Tasha's Creative Corner. Today I'm going to do an order. I'm going to do the 17oz Latte mugs. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these two images onto these cups. The first one is this image. And the second one is this image here. So the first I'm going to do, this is my Cricut Design Space. I have the pictures uploaded. One of them is going to have a personalization, which is tea. And I am going to go to make it. Then I hit continue. Well, I will kind of space these out first to make sure I have enough room. And guys, this can be done in Cricut Design Space. Then I do center printer. I'm going to take off the add bleed. Use the system dialog, hit print. You see how that looks a little wonky? So I'm going to do that again. Now it's fine. Okay, I'm going to do print. And then I go to preference. I am using my Eco Tank 15,000. I usually do premium presentation matte, and then I make sure, because you're doing a sublimation tumbler, it's sublimation mug, then I'm going to hit mirror image, because you want to mirror the image because you're going to be sublimating it. Then I do OK, and then I print it. I'm now going to go over to my printer. So I'm using the 8.5 by 11 sublimation paper. I'm going to put it into the back. And I'm going to print it. I'm going to wait for it to print, and then I'll be back. So guys, I use the convection oven. I am still one who enjoys my convection oven, and I really like it because I can do multiple cups at one time. So what I do, while my image is printing, I'm going to go ahead and preheat my oven. So I have the setting, I have it on turbo, and I have it at 400 degrees, and it is heating up right now. So I just have it heating up and waiting, so when I'm finished preparing the cup, I am going to come and sublimate the cups. So my image finished printing. This is how it looks. And so I'm going to go ahead now and prepare the cup and get the image onto the cup. Okay guys, as stated before, so I have my images. I cut out the name, and I have my other two images that I'm going to put onto these mugs. I usually, my extra images, I take them and I store them in one of these photo cases that I got from Michael's. So I just store them right in there, so that in the future, I can just go back in here and get them when I need them. Alright, so here's what you need in order to prepare the images. Of course, you need your images. I have some alcohol. This is 91% alcohol that I have, and I just put it in a spray bottle and just label it alcohol. And then you also will need some heat transfer tape to tape the image down. So what I'm going to do, and guys, I have to get a setup so that I'm able to film a little bit easier. But what I'm going to do is take the alcohol, spray it on the cup, and wipe it off with some paper towel to clean and get rid of any oils and stuff that is on the cup. And then I'm going to go ahead and tape the image onto the cup. So let me do that, and I will be right back. Alright, so I sprayed my cups and I just wiped it down with a simple paper towel. And I wiped it down to make sure, there's no grease, especially on the parts that I'm going to be putting the paper on. Now what I do, I usually generally, unless somebody specify is a left-handed cup, this is how a right-hander would hold a cup. So that will make this the back of the cup, and this here will be the front of the cup. So I know to turn my handles this way, and then I can put the images on there. So I'm going to go ahead and tape the images on, and then I'll be back. So I'm about to tape the image. I'm going to have to, of course, put my camera down because I only have one hand available. I'm about to tape the image down with my heat transfer tape. So this is how the front of the cup looks. You want to make sure that you tape it down. It doesn't have any bubbles or anything in the cup. You just tape it down flat and tight, because you want the image to sublimate onto the cup. Alright, so now I'm going to go do the back. I'm going to wipe it off again because my hands, of course, touch the back. So I'm going to wipe it off again with just a little bit more alcohol, and then I'm going to do the back. Alright, so the back of the cup is also taped. So I taped the back of the cup, and the front of the cup is taped. I'm going to go ahead and put the second image, and this here is for an Etsy order. This here is an order as well. The other cup here is an order, well, a custom order. This one here is an Etsy order, but they did not ask for a name to be on this cup. So I'm just going to put the image onto this cup. So I'm going to go ahead and do that one now. What I was talking about, this here is a piece of sublimation paper, and I'm just going to take this here and wrap it around just to seal, just to lock that image into this cup. Like I said, this is why I do it. Sometimes when I put the paper through the printer, sometimes it messes up, but instead of me throwing it away, you want to make sure it's clean and that it doesn't have any ink marks, because if it does have sublimation ink on it, it is going to transfer to the paper, and you don't want that. Okay, so my cups are prepped and ready. All I did is just take, like I said, the paper and just tape over so the whole thing is covered, and that way I don't see those two colors. It just, you know, I just have it flat. It doesn't have to be perfect, because the main part of what I wanted to do is on the bottom, and that is secured. But I did tape it down to hold it in place. You don't want it to fall off while it's cooking. Alright, so my oven should be ready, and I am going to go ahead and put this cup in, and let's see what happens next. So I'm always going to emphasize safety, because you're going to work with an oven and you're working with heat. I do have heat gloves that I'm going to put on, and then I'm going to put the cups into the oven. Alright, so I'm going to open up. I know people do thermometer and all that stuff. I don't necessarily do all of that. I'm going to put the cup in, and then take the second cup and put it in there. I'm going to close it, and the timing that works for me is usually about 13 minutes for these two cups. This is one of the reasons that I like my convection oven, because I can do multiple cups at one time. If I'm doing the mugs, I could do up to 3 mugs or 3 tumblers or 3 cups at one time. And that to me is faster, especially if I have larger orders that I have to put out than doing individual cups at a time. But that's what works for me. Everybody's different. So I'm going to wait for this to cook, and then I'll be back, and then we'll reveal it to see what happens. Alright guys, so the 13 minutes have passed, and I'm going to go ahead and just take these out. So what it looks like. Alright, so I'm going to put on my other glove, because I need the other glove, because this here is very hot. And what I'll do is take off. Now I can work. I'm left-handed, so I'm just going to take this off, and this is something that I always do anyway. So I'm going to go ahead because it's easier for me to remove this tape with my other hand. So what I'm going to do is remove this tape to take off this initial ones here. Putting on my wrist glove, so excuse me. This here is the finished product and how it looked. I didn't put an image on the back of this one, just the front. I'm gonna go in the light. We'll see, it's raining out there, so I don't know how much better you'll see it, but this is how this came out. And then in the back it has the person's name. I love it. These are 2 orders that I got. And I am going to, let me see if I can take you outside and let you see how it looks. It is raining outside, so it's still kind of a little gloomy. Hold on. Like I said, it's raining outside, but this is what it looks like. The cup is still hot, so I'm going to go put it back to dry. But that's what it looks like. And this is the second one. This is what it looks like. And in the back. And notice that it's one color. It's not, it didn't ghost, it didn't do anything. But that's what they look like. And then I'm going to leave them right here to cool off by the sink. I do not put them in cold water or anything because you can crack. When it's that hot coming out of 400 degrees and you run it on the cold water, you run the risk of cracking the mug. And so I don't do that. I just let it cool off first, and then I would rinse it out with some cool water. But I let it cool first for like about maybe 20 minutes. And then I come back and then I would rinse it out with some Dawn soap and stuff like that. But I don't put it into the cold water right away, and it still stays vibrant. This here's another cup that I did, and it stayed vibrant. I didn't do all of that, and it just stays vibrant. Alright guys, so thank you for watching my channel, and I hope that you learned a little bit about sublimating mugs. And if you have any questions, please feel free to write it in the comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Alright, thank you, and you have a good day. Bye-bye.